Kerrie here from KezziieKreates, and today we are continuing work on our next inspired cardigan. So if you don't know the next cardigan, I'll put a picture of it up here or somewhere. It's a very loose inspired cardigan. It's just pretty much structured the same way. It's really brightly coloured, as you can see from the picture, and I don't typically wear really bright coloured clothes, so I have chosen to do mine in a really nice dark navy blue colour. So I started using this particular yarn for a baby blanket project for my sister. This is King Cole's Comfort Aran in shade navy, or 3111. It's 60% acrylic, 40% nylon, and you get 220 yards or 202 meters per skein. I've brought 9 of these for this project. I don't know if I'm going to use all 9, if I'm completely honest. I'm fairly far through the project and I've still got 5 whole ones left and 2, well, there goes a crochet hook. 1 that looks like this and 1 with this much on it, and 5 full ones. So I don't think I'm going to get through it for how much I've done. So for this entire project, it is an Aran weight that I'm using yarn. I have chosen to use, it recommends a hook size 5, and I have chosen to use a hook size bigger, so I'm using a 6mm, which is my Fells streamline hook. I use these pretty much for all projects. Now, I used to use the Clover Soft Touch ones a lot, which look like, oh, this is actually 6, look like this, which were my go-to for a very, very long time, and I've still kept them. I was finding the heads on them were quite short though, so I decided to try a Fells hook back maybe 3 months ago, I think it was, and I haven't actually looked back ever since, and I'll continue using my Fells ones. I continue to use my soft touch ones when I go on holiday and that sort of thing. These are a lot lighter, just to throw in a bag, a lot smaller. But yeah, my Fells ones I might go to while I'm at home. The inspiration picture has it, I think, as 16 squares, so 4 at the back, 2 on each side panels, that's another 4, and then 4 for each arm. However, how I've made mine quite wide because I want it oversized. So for my squares, I've measured from this point of my neck, so like the centre point of my neck, right to the end of my shoulder muscle in my arm. So this is without blocking as well, so this is going to grow, and I'm using continuous join as you go, so it's putting a whole another round on this as well, so it's going to be very, very oversized there, so we can see. And yeah, this will block out quite a bit, I think, more, which is exactly what I wanted. So I'm doing 10 round squares. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and we've just started a 4th one as well. And the back panel is pretty much completely done, apart from 2 ends I need to weave in, because I wasn't sure how I was going to finish joining them, so I haven't joined them. It's got a very long tail. Finished joining them yet. So that's looking like this. This might actually, I'm wondering if this might actually be slightly too big. It'll be cozy, it'll be comfortable, that's fine. So yeah, at the moment, I was originally working and brought yarn for 16 squares, but I think I'm going to only do 12 to start off with, because how wide I have got this, it already comes out quite far. So having another arm, it's just going to make the arms, it comes to about here probably actually, it's going to make the arms way too long and probably way too wide at this portion. So I think what I'm going to do is just do 2 squares for each arm, front and back, which will join onto the body, and then this bottom bit I will use, just continuously go round and round and make it shorter and cinched it together, and then I'll probably add some ribbon on so it'll pull up, so it'll be a little bit balloon sleevey but cinched with the ribbon at the cuffs. So it's very lightly inspired by the next cardigan, but the construction is fairly similar in terms of the main body, but I will be putting ribbon on cuffs and probably all the way around the neckline and the bottom, and I might get some buttons for it as well, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to go and finish this 4th square for the front panels and catch up later. So this is the current situation. Apologies for looking direct at the floor, but it's the best angle I can get. So this is the 3rd front panel square that I'm working on now. Back panel, 2 completed ones, which will be one of the front panels. Just need to weave the ends in on those and then do the continuous joining as you go to add it to that one. So yeah, today we're just going to continue to work on more of the squares. I'm going to get this one done and another one done, so I've got the 2 front panels done, and then ideally join them to this today, and then maybe start working on the sleeves after that, but we'll see how we go. So just finished another square, which is fantastic. So I now have 3, I think. 1, 2, 3, right, ready to go. So these will be 2 on each side for the front panels. So yeah, 1 more to do, and then we'll join as you go, all 4, and join it to the back that I've already got. It's now Sunday. I skipped Saturday, it seems. So I've woven in all of the ends of this so far. Apologies I'm wearing black. I didn't really think this through, if I'm honest. And then I have 2 full squares, which will be the top of one of the arms, and I've also started a 3rd one, so I need 4 of these in total, 2 for each. Yeah, I'm hoping to get all of these squares done today, and if I'm productive, we will actually attach them to the cardigan also today, is my plan. Update time! 4 arm squares now done, all ends have been woven in, and I've connected the first, that's not the first arm, I've connected the first arm. Let's try it on. Okay. Ignore my stitch marker here. I leave them on the side so they, I don't lose them. Okay, this is looking way longer than I thought it was going to look. I'm very glad I decided to not do 4 of these, because that would have been, yes, way too long. Is it too long? Yes, that would be way too long. So I think I'm just going to, these are 10, so maybe like 6 more rows, just go around in a circle, and then we'll cinch it in with a cuff. I haven't decided whether to do ribbon or just single crochet around the edge yet. I was going to do ribbon, but for balloon sleeves, which these effectively will be because I don't want to decrease them, maybe single crochet will be better. Single crochet would also look better if I put a hood on it potentially as well. Maybe I just do ribbon. The update will come in due course. But yeah, I'm going to stick the, I'm not going to stick it, I'm going to join as you go this other arm on, and then we'll make a decision on what we're going to do with the ribbon after that. Why does this yarn bath so much? have 2 sleeves attached, all ends are woven in, we're all good to go. I think next step now is to extend them. I'm going to go with maybe 6 rounds to start off with, because the cuff is probably going to be like 2 or 3 rounds as well. So yeah, I'm going to go with 6, then we'll do a try on, see what that looks like, and go from there. Sleeve update. This is 6 rows. I think this is actually really, really good. I like them when it covers my hand slightly, and I still want to put the cuff on this. I don't love this at the moment. I feel like this would get annoying for me. So plan of action now is do 2 rows of single crochet to really cinch it in, but every stitch I'll decrease it. So every 2 stitches will become 1 stitch for 2 rounds, and then I'm probably going to do maybe 2 or 3 rows of half double crochet back loop only for the cuff. So I'm going to try that on this sleeve first, see how I like it, and then we'll replicate it on the other one if we do like it. But I'll let you know the progress as and when it arrives. Probably been at least a week since I last worked on my cardigan. It has been too hot and I haven't wanted the acrylic on me. However, it's actually much cooler today. It's about 23 degrees currently, 19 actually, max 23 today. So it's the perfect time to finish my cardigan, I think, today. Maybe I'll finish it either today or tomorrow. But yeah, I just wanted to provide an update on how far I've actually got, because I don't think I last updated you with my last progress. So my yarn is still attached. I finished, let me put it on real quick. I haven't obviously finished this sleeve yet, but I did extend my other sleeve by 6 as discussed. And I did put a cuff on it, which was front loop, back loop, half double crochet after I removed it. I don't love how this has come out, if I'm honest. I think I messed up the front loop, back loop bit of it. It doesn't look too ridgy, so I haven't woven the end of this yet because I may end up redoing it, but very happy with the sleeve. So I'm just going to repeat the same what I did here on this side, which was, yeah, increase by 6, then decrease every stitch, and then again every other stitch, and then I put the cuff on it. So I'll be doing the same. I've also started working on the hood, which I don't love. So this is where my yarn's attached to me. Help! Ugh. Oh my word. We've got yarn everywhere. There we go, there we go. So the hood is currently looking like this. I've got my decreases up here, blah blah, fine. So it does look like it's too small. However, I am going to be putting ribbon on this, which will go all the way up and round. I'm thinking I may still need, like, with the ribbon on it, it'll be the same width as this, which is 3 rows, which is about 1 inch. So we'll have another inch on. I think it still needs another couple of rounds. So I think I'm going to go and do that and then we'll do another try on and we'll see what it looks like at that point. Another 2 times round the head. I don't know if I'm doing this right, it's just looking like a rectangle. I do have some decreases to make the little point. I may need to do some more research into this, but let's try it on again. I do really like how this looks. I'm not loving the hood. It's also taking way more yarn than I thought it would. Oh, that looks a bit, oh, does that look better? I think this is looking slightly better, actually. What do you think? I was looking in the view cam. This is looking much better. And then once the ribbon is on it, do we need to seam this? Like, how does this work, do we think? It's still very rectangular. Definitely looking better now though. And then I'll have about 1 inch on each side for the ribbon. It's these bits now. I'm going to do some research and have a look into them. So, I'm purposely not showing you my head, because we have learnt some things and this is going to need to be frogged. First of all, I'm not happy with how wide this is. I tried to make it work. It needs to come down way lower, at least maybe 3 or 4 clusters down, so it's more like here. It might just be 2 actually. To start it, so it'll make it wider to start off with, and then you do the decreases, which I did do, but I didn't realise you seamed the 2 tops together. So because I've now increased it after I've done my decreases, this is what it currently looks like. This is not the vibe we're going for. So hood will be frogged. Unfortunately, this is probably 3 hours work maybe, but I want this to be right and I don't like how it currently is. So we'll frog it. We're frogging it back right to the very beginning. Hood gone, and we're going to be starting again. I'll catch up with you in several hours probably. So I've actually only frogged back to where I did the single thing in the middle, because this is just I would frog it if needed. However, I am wondering if I continue making this a little bit longer still at the front before we connect it. So at the moment it is actually looking like a hood. I think it needs to be a fair amount deeper. However, maybe just another couple of rows on this, and then to save me frogging this all back, once it's seamed, I then cluster all the way around it to make it wider. I think that might actually be the best way forward. I'm going to, okay, that's the next plan. I'm going to continue this for maybe 1 or 2 more rows for that arch on my head, and then I will seam it together. We'll see what it looks like, figure out how many we want to increase by at the front and on the sides. Yes, let's do that. we're back. It has been more than a few hours. In fact, it's been almost an entire day. However, we have finished the hood and it's actually hooding. So before I show you this to you, it actually bends. Nice. It's a lot wider than it was originally. Right, let's try this on. I obviously still have this arm to do. I still need to redo this cuff as well. But hood-wise, it's hooding. Oh my god, this is so cozy. Yes. This is obviously still going to be slightly bigger as well because it will have the ribbon on as well. However, talking of ribbon, I may be playing yarn chicken. I have one full, this is my nice little towel here. I have one full skein completely unused and I've got about this, it's probably about half of this and that's all I've got left, and I still need to finish this arm and do all of the ribbon edge bottom. I did also want to maybe put pockets on it as well. Kind of looks a bit like a dressing gown actually. But I am slightly concerned that we will be losing yarn chicken. So I've got two options. First of all, actually step one, we're going to finish the sleeve, see what yarn situation actually looks like. If we've got a full one, I'm just going to run the risk and do the ribbon as I wanted. If we need to order more yarn, we can obviously just order more yarn, not an issue. It'll be literally one skein that I'd need. But yes, the second option would be to not do the ribbon around the edge and do a single crochet border instead, which I don't really want to do if I'm honest. So I just feel like a nice ribbed edge will finish this off properly. This is so cozy. I'm going to wear this so much when it gets colder. This, I'm going to play around with this a little bit more as well. I think it's fine, absolutely fine. It's just a little bit tight to get over my wrist. Like it's not like super tight, and it won't, but I wouldn't ever be able to pull it up if I got too hot. So what I think I might do, this needs to be frogged anyway because I did the ribbon actually wrong. What I might do on this side is I've decreased it once. I think what I'm going to do is, well, twice, sorry, I decreased it twice. The first round was just a single crochet over 2 stitches every single stitch. And then the second round I did every other. What I think I'm going to do is undo that every other round. So I like how it poofs in like this, but I don't like how tight it is. So yes, undo the actual ribbon, undo the second row of single crochet, and then redo the ribbon, and then we'll redo that arm, and then we'll reconvene once we figure out how much yarn we've got left to see if we can put pockets on or if we can put what kind of ribbon that we want, or just order more yarn. It'll be what it'll be. It's done, or done. I need to block it. Let me show you. It's hanging up nice and ready to go. All ends have been woven in. It's kind of actually dusty, which is annoying. Just had a combine go past our window today. I thought shut out the window. There's no things covered in hay, but never mind. I, in the end, chose to just go for a single crochet border. Sorry about the dust, the hay. On the cuffs, I tried the front loop, back loop, half double multiple times, and I couldn't get it to look how I wanted it to look. And then I tried single crochet, back loop only, going up and down a chain, and that made the cuff flare out a lot. And then I retried the half double crochet, still didn't like it, so in the end I just went for 3 rows of single crochet on each cuff and all the way around the edge. I didn't bother going for pockets in the end. I may still put some on. So it ended up using about 8 balls. Well, I say 8. This is all I had left of the 8th ball of King Cole Comfort Aran. Sorry about my hair today as well, it's really hot again. Yeah, King Cole Aran, this is all I had left. I did actually technically break into my 9th and final ball, but only for like half the back single crochet border, which is like, I don't know how many stitches it is, it's not many stitches. And then I went back and redid the cuffs, and this is the frogging from the cuffs. So if I had done the cuffs first, I probably wouldn't have needed to break into that third ball. I mean, this tiny little one would have been enough, I think. And now I'm going to attempt to steam block it. So this is the first time I will have ever steam blocked something, but I was kindly gifted a steam handheld garment steamer for my birthday. So we're going to try and figure out how this works. I'm assuming it's going to need water and a plug, but we'll figure it out as we go. So in the box we seem to have a little jug, some filters, maybe, and this is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, the handheld thing with the trigger. I should probably get the instructions out and figure out how this works. Okay, the instructions said not to use normal tap water, especially if in a hard water area, which I do. So I've got some water from my water filter in the fridge. This has come off the bottom of it, and then you just apparently pull this little thing, yep, and fill it up. I don't know how much water you're going to need. All of this, maybe. I don't know if it's even going to hold a whole jug. No, it will, it will. Okay. We put that back in, and then we set it to preheat for 3 minutes, so I'll be back then. Welcome to my kitchen. I figured the shelf was probably just, you meant to put it tight. I figured the shelf in the living room, it was just going to cause havoc and fall off and not going to work. This is actually too low and it's resting on the counter slightly, but at least it's not going to fall off now. So it's all green, it's ready to go. Does this, oh, it's working, look. Okay, okay. Should we try, do we just go top to bottom? Makes sense, right? Can we tell a difference yet? It's still curly. Actually, the arms are different lengths, I think. This one's the blocked one. This, yeah, it's a huge difference actually. Okay, we'll continue. So perfect. Well, it's actually 30 degrees, so it's way too hot to actually be wearing it. But yes, this is going to get worn a lot. So yeah, so that's it. Here's the final next inspired cardigan. Loosely inspired, I admit, but yeah, so very, very happy with how this came out. It's actually insane how much that blocking has done for this. It's so much longer than it was. It's like, I don't know if you can even see from there, but it's definitely past my butt level. Yeah, very happy. It's very cozy, it's very warm. Thank you so much for watching, and yes, I'll see you next time.